The events in this video are fictional as the characters portrayed within. Any similarities to anyone living or dead are merely coincidental and have been created at random by XCOM's name generator. Seriously.
Welcome back one and all, to part 5 of XCOM EW Long War II, and the disturbingly named mission, Rotting Breath. I guess it's only fitting that it's set in a fast food joint.
Strike 1 is cleared to engage hostile targets.
Now I have to admit, although it's small, I do like this map, but I'll get to that in a second. So first up, they couldn't quite make it as a Rocketeer Jennifer Aniston as a gunner, with suppression, and a flashbang on the side. Julia Roberts as our Rocketeer with 2 rockets. Bruce Lee as our Engineer with his dual AP and HE grenades. And then our rookies, Colin Firth, Steve McQueen and Joe Perry, with an assortment of grenades, battle scanner and medkit. So enemy numbers, again this is going to be a heavy difficulty map, so like last mission I'm going to expect 14 contacts. And they can range between the 2 sectoid types and the 2 drone types, including that ever elusive drone leader. And while I look for the meld, the map itself. Yes, it's small, which can quickly lead to a bum rush, but because my team starts 1 turn away from the rooftop that overlooks the entire map, I enjoy fighting here. And perfect timing, there's our meld. So with all that interest stuff out the way, let's see if we can fry ourselves up some sectoids. Already Jennifer Aniston can make up to the half cover on the roof, so it's no question about who goes up there first. The coast looks clear, but she dashes up to the next half cover just to be certain.
Okay.
And it looks clear, so everybody joins her up there.
Rolling. Yes, Commander. Solid copy. On the move.
Location confirmed.
Come get some. Roger. Come get some. Got my eyes on.
That is a very tempting meld canister. But like usual before I record a mission, I always play in an offline campaign a couple of times just to warm up. And also to get it into my head not to make any stupid f***ing choices. As in both my offline missions I lost someone trying to get the meld. But what's XCOM without a little drama? So let's get our first meld canister of the season. Steve McQueen moves up scanner in hand to check the coast is clear.
That's what we're looking for. Scanner's up and running.
We find ourselves 3 sectoids, chowing down on some man burgers.
Here, have some thigh. Oh my god, it's so good.
How do sectoids eat? They haven't got any mouths. Well, that conundrum aside, maybe you notice something odd about these guys. We can see one's got more health than the other, that means he's the leader, but yet even the lesser sectoid has got 5 health, and the leader's got 6. By comparison in all the other missions, a leader had 5 and a normal sectoid had 4. So what the hell is going on? That's right, in Long War, the enemy is doing research and getting stronger just like you are. This will happen slowly over time, but is sped up by any abduction missions you fail to take, or any you retreat from, but even more so when you leave behind the corpses of your soldiers. Or even worse, leaving behind a soldier who's bleeding out and still alive. So the next time you suffer a team wipe, and a couple of your soldiers were still alive and unconscious, on your next mission you may find the enemy has improved themselves. Now that, I think you'll agree, is quite a scary concept. But on the bright side, it looks like we found this Burger Hut's Employees of the Month, as well as some guy who probably worked on XCOM. But we'll leave these pictures here to watch the horror that's about to ensue. Well anyway, I need a rookie to go down there and get that meld. And it looks like between our 2 remaining rookies, Joe Perry can run the furthest.
10-4.
He dashes back down to tarmac level to get into position. And all going according to plan, we didn't trigger anyone. In the meantime, the rest of the team moves up by Aniston to set up a surprise for those sectoids.
Time to motor. Orders confirmed. Moving out.
And with our Grenadier Bruce Lee in place, we end the turn.
Got it covered.
Whoa, okay. Well, that's what happens on small maps.
Okay.
Well, first things first, Joe Perry needs to get to that Scooby van, so he takes a safer route and loops around the car. But we are just 1 turn away from raining hell on that sectoid picnic.
Moving.
So Bruce Lee moves up again, and this time is definitely in range to get a grenade throw. And just in case something goes wrong, Julia Roberts can always bring the pain. A last bit of repositioning.
Moving to position. I'm on it.
Covering now.
And we're ready to end Operation Sectoid Picnic. And just in time too, because it sounds like that meld's ready to go. So we begin the engagement. Bruce Lee pulls the pin on his AP. With that, 2 sectoids dead, including the leader.
I don't think we're alone. Positive enemy contact.
But it sounds like there's still more to come. Oh, sorry, buddy, we didn't interrupt anything, did we? And with 1 sectoid on 1 health, time for Perry to move in and get that meld. Boom, first meld of the season. Aniston looks over the ledge to see if there's any more contacts down there. Looks clear, so everybody joins her. Staying clear of the north ledge so as not to risk any more unwelcome visitors.
I'm rolling.
I didn't want to move any closer than that for a flank, but even so, with the height advantage, we've got 3 60-ish% shots. So Roberts takes the lead with 62%. And that's all we needed. Oh wow, perfect timing. And with the Overwatch penalty and the drone's natural defense from flying, McQueen's 68% aim gets cut down to a 28% Overwatch shot, and demonstrates nicely how if the aliens aren't close enough to see you and you don't damage them, you don't trigger them.
What was that noise? What noise? You don't have ears, you can't hear anything.
And with our next prey found and ready for the slaughter, Bruce Lee moves in for round 2.
Eat this! Hostile spotted.
1 dead, 2 critically injured. Again, Bruce Lee cuts the opposition down before they even knew what hit them. The rest of the team repositions themselves for cover.
Aye, aye.
Heading to that location.
And get ready to start firing wildly.
Look sharp, enemy
Oh
drone
god,
up.
management have come out to see what the hell's going on. Well, that was a close one. Thankfully they didn't trigger. And this poor guy has no idea what's about to hit him. But he is dashing, so he gets plus defense. And first to take his shot is McQueen. Top notch rookie quality like usual. Next is Roberts.
That's a load of bull.
Then Aniston.
Ah, damn it.
And finally Colin Firth. Oh, top notch guys, well done.
They got me flanked.
Whoa!
And in retaliation, Firth gets picked on, but thankfully it looks like the drone has just as much luck. Now we've got a serious problem. We've got an injured sectoid and drone in the front, and 3 more drones behind, hidden that can show up at any minute. And judging by the placement trick, because I can't select one of the tiles, we know they're exactly here. A HE for these 2 guys might seem a bit excessive, but with 3 more potentially on the way, we need the rest of our guns free next turn, so Lee gets into position. And manages to find that sweet Hail Mary throw.
Frag out.
3 on the sectoid and 1 on the drone, just enough.
Okay.
Perry backs up and gets ready with his grenade. And just about in range.
Grenade out.
Right. I've looked at this over and over again and still can't work out how it didn't hit them. They are right there. Right there. Well within range and not protected by any cover. If their damage reduction had miraculously saved them, we'd see 3 zeros pop up, assuming an AP can do 0 damage to a drone. But this won't be the last time XCOM bends me over. So let's move on, make do, and reposition our troops.
Okay.
Then go into Overwatch and hope I get some good shots. It took me a few replays to figure this out, but it looks like Roberts and Aniston missed their shots, whereas both the rookies, Firth and Perry, both hit their 28%. Firth on the right dealing 3, and Perry on the left dealing 1, just enough to kill it. But even with that small victory, we're not done yet.
That all you got?
Thankfully, the only drone that fires misses. Well, let's make sure that I have a backup plan. oddly enough, they don't get highlighted as red, indicating that they take damage. That is strange. Alright, let's do this the hard way. Really? No shot? Aniston could make it to heavy cover if only Bruce Lee wasn't standing in her way. So Lee moves over,
I'm on it, Commander.
takes his 48% chance, and misses.
Damn it.
Seriously, no rocket shot? So with a rocket launcher on the fritz, Roberts moves back.
I'm on it, Commander.
Aniston takes Lee's now empty spot,
Heading there now.
and Firth takes his 55%,
Out of rounds.
dealing 2 damage. McQueen reloads,
It's killing time.
Aniston suppresses, all but negating the injured drone's aim.
Blasting that target. Back online.
And Perry moves back to the Scooby van for safety,
I'm on the move.
and to take its 38%. But whiffs it, ending the turn. The far drone takes its shot at Firth,
Incoming over here.
but luckily even in low cover it's a miss,
I'm alright.
while the suppressed drone takes its frustration out on Aniston. And yep, this is a bug, apparently to do with XCOM's vanilla coding. But thankfully, as you can see, Aniston's still getting the benefits of full cover. So with ammo back in McQueen's bank, he takes his 51%. And fires a warning shot.
Adjusting aim.
Lee's up next with his 48%, and deals 1 damage. 1. And Roberts finishes the job with 52%. Or not. Perry ends it with his 38%. Nope. I've been asked a couple of times why don't I use pistols on enemies that have only got 1 health. It's called damage resistance, and it's given by being in half or full cover, as well as simply being a robot with hardened armour. So allow me to demonstrate with first 55%. Yep, that's right, 0 damage.
Headed there now.
With the drone still alive, Aniston moves back and suppresses again. So why did I use a pistol if I knew it was going to do that? I didn't. I have actually seen pistols score 2 damage on drones. It's just with the damage resistance, the chances are pretty slim. Perry takes a shot to the face, and thank God no one panics. But again it shows off the damage resistance.
I'm under fire.
Lee takes another 48%, and nothing.
I'll get him next time.
Next Roberts with 52, and a bust.
That is not good.
McQueen with 51. Alright, what the fuck, I'm starting to think this drone can see the Matrix. Alright Firth, I just need 1. Just 1. 55%. Alright Perry, 38%, end it. Come on!
Damn it.
At this point my frustration got the better of me, because without suppression I should at least overwatch to pin the drone in place. Instead I take Aniston's 47%. Out fucking standing.
Adjusting sights. Incoming fire.
And this is why I should have overwatched. Because Firth's life is about to flash before his eyes.
Stay on the move. They're blazing at help.
Oh god, 1 health.
Someone help.
And panicked. That's what you get for firing 9mm rubber bullets. And Aniston, out of guilt, panics as well. Hey Aniston, don't worry about it. Your machine gun was out of ammo, it's not like you had a pistol to do 0 damage. Now we're in trouble. We got 2 guys down in the fetal position, and both drones can flank Firth and finish him off, assuming they don't just shoot him in half cover. McQueen's got a good shot, but he's also got the smoke grenade. For the love of God, Roberts, 66%, come on. Oh shit, for a second there I thought you bullet dodged that.
Need ammo.
With 1 problem solved, McQueen and Lee move up to assist,
Commander. I'm on it, Commander.
and McQueen pops a smoke. Yep, after I moved Lee, I had a feeling that would happen. I really should have moved him here. The smoke radius indicator isn't entirely precise, but at least it covers Firth, and he's the priority. Lee checks his throwing arm, but it looks like the HE's blast radius is just shy. So I leave his gun empty and move him where I should have put him to begin with.
That's affirmative.
And it all comes down to Perry, to intimidate the drone with his pistol, by going into Overwatch.
Move to Overwatch.
And thankfully it worked. The rookie blood on my hands isn't yet from a fatal injury. McQueen takes his 48% and deals 2 damage. But at least now we're scoring hits. My options being so limited, it's time to start firing some more rubber bullets, with Lee's 48%. That's great, don't even worry about it. But at least we can get Firth out of danger and into heavy cover.
Location confirmed.
Robertson and Aniston reload,
Rock and roll. Good to go.
and Perry moves into the concealment of the Scooby van to do the same.
I'm on it, Commander. Reloaded.
It might look like the smoke dissipates prematurely, but as seen by Lee's green up arrow, he still had the smoke's defense bonus. We've got 3 primary weapons reloaded, now let's see if we can finally end this. Robertson and Aniston move up,
On my way. Moving to position.
and Roberts takes the first shot at 52%. Oh god, it's happening again. What the hell are these drones made out of? Smoke? I have Firth reload because it's starting to look like I'm going to need his shots, and McQueen do the same,
Good to go. That's affirmative.
and then send Perry to finish it with his 38%. Only joking.
Adjusting sights.
So better safe than sorry, Anderson suppresses again.
Suppressing target.
While Lee reloads, ending the turn.
Locked and loaded.
So apparently that suppression was pointless as the drone needed to reload anyway, but like I said, better safe. And the rookie McQueen with his 48%
No longer
finally ends things, dealing 2 damage. Firth uses his medkit on himself, while everybody else takes the opportunity to reload. And yep, Long War makes it so that pistols no longer have infinite ammo, so they gotta be reloaded too.
time. Let's do this. Ready to rock. We're green to go.
And there we hear our last sectoid pack.
What's making that noise?
Position confirmed. Let's do this. Heading out. Aye, aye, Commander.
Perry dashes to the roof,
Got it. Moving.
Good to go.
and with all weapons reloaded, we make our approach.
Moving. Oh, Roger. Aye, I got my eyes on.
You hear that?
Wow, those guys are really eager for some burgers. As the game is telling us that square's taken up and we can't move there, we know there's a sectoid there waiting to get served. I think we can accommodate them. The squad regroups at the front
On the move. Aye, aye, Commander. I'm on it, Commander. That's affirmative.
and goes into Overwatch. So with everyone in position for the burger breach and clear, it's time we begin. And again, judging by the occupied squares, we know we can expect to find some fat little sectoids here and here. Firth moves forward for a better throw,
Heading there now.
and with a good angle, he lets it go. Breach and clear, breach and clear! Right, well, I guess like before, if they don't see you and you don't hurt them, you don't trigger them. So Lee moves in to see if he can get the same angle with his HE.
Commander.
Now in hindsight, I shouldn't have brought him forwards, because this is around the time that I realised we've got such good control of the situation, and with this being the last pack of aliens, that it's not worth destroying their corpses and weapon fragments if it isn't necessary. But the effects of the flashbang only last 1 turn, so I have to engage now. And with Lee already having moved, that means he has to stay behind. I work out which of my troops can take what angles, and start devising a plan. Roberts drops down to the front,
Heading there now.
and reveals our 3 greedy little friends. Now, full disclosure, I do have to point out that I didn't know the location of the sectoid leader, and because he was further back, he didn't get flashbanged. Past me was not aware of this. Aniston drops down to the east wall.
Copy that.
And Robert starts the party with their 75% and 60 to crit. Yeah, that's where I hit the door and do nothing, then shoot through it. Confused by that door, she doesn't manage to deal enough damage or get a crit, leaving the sectoid on 1 health. So let's see if Aniston can fare a little better, with her 80 aim and 50 crit. Hey buddy, keep your head down. And with over double the damage necessary to actually kill that poor thing, Aniston scores an 11 damage crit. We still have that 1 health sectoid to deal with. So McQueen moves in for the kill, with an 87% shot.
He's down.
And finally putting a pistol to good use, dealing 2 damage. Another first for this campaign. And by blind luck, Perry's in range to flank the remaining sectoid,
Affirmative.
at the risk of being in low cover. But with 58% 60,
Nailed him.
he bags the kill for a 9 damage crit. So what can we take from this mission? And all of this means Matrix drones give no shits. Before we end this mission, I'd like to point out the last remaining special ability that Sectoid has been given by Long War. We're 5 missions in and yet to see it. Thankfully the first alien turn of my test campaign shows it off perfectly. So I think I'll let past me explain. One of the great new additions about Long War are the extra abilities the aliens have been given. And in this case, the Sectoids have got a few more tricks up their sleeves. One of their new abilities is Mind Fray. Lucky for Julia here, it's a bit of a watered down Mind Fray, only dealing 1 damage, but still maintaining the penalty it gives towards mobility, will and offense for 2 turns. And funnily enough, these little guys look like they're putting on a show for us, because here's their new ability, a beefed up Psi-Panic, which also lasts 2 turns. Thanks past me, I couldn't have put it better myself. And just in case any of you are wondering where the Mind Fray stacks, as you can see by the screenshots, holy crap does it stack. Ben Affleck here's got his brain scrambled good and proper. But enough of that, let's get back to base and hand out some promotions. And we have our first Lance Corporal perks. First off, starting with Cover and Fire, which is god awful for someone with such a low aim, like our Aniston here. So let's skip that. Next we have Flush, which is a great finisher for enemies on low health, as it deals reduced damage with higher accuracy. But its ability to force enemies out of cover is far too unreliable, as you never know where they're going to go. So we're going to go with Hollow Targeting, as the plus 10 aim on a single target benefits the whole squad, and even works with suppression, as it did in Vanilla. Next up is Lee, our engineer, who gets the perk Rapid Reactions. Ha, yeah, right, with someone with such low aim, let's just skip it. That leaves the Smoke Grenade and the Sapper perk. Sapper seems like the obvious choice for a Grenadier, granting a slight 1 or 2 points of additional damage on offensive grenades, and substantial additional damage on environmental cover. So why aren't I going to choose it? As pointed out by Beagle on his stream, relinquishing your chances on slightly higher damage grenades means we can take Lee from the path of only moderately better Grenadier to heavily kitted out support. Making use of Packmaster means we get an extra use of utility items. So up to 3 dense smoke grenades, if I decide to go with Smoke and Mirrors, or 4 arc thrower charges if I decide to go with Repair, and 3 battle scanners. So let's start with the Smoke Grenade. In the meantime, Perry thinks that we could do with another gunner, and with his aim, a light machine gun's all he's going to get, even if he did score that vital last kill. And with McQueen's aim, he'll likely join Einstein finally as our second sniper. But we'll leave these 2 guys until we have a bit more choice in promoted rookies. And look, our first meld. Wow, 1 more than usual. Thrilling. But at least China's happy and they give us $100 for stopping those Burger Raiders.
We will be in touch, Commander.
And with a bit more room being made, let's dig a little bit closer to that steam vent. Come to think of it, I haven't really gone into any detail about how I want to handle my base layout. As a rough guide, this is what I'm aiming for. Far left column's going to be power, mid and close left column's going to be satellites, at least until I get a little bit further down. Close right column's going to be workshops and any buildings that give adjacency bonuses with workshops. Mid-right's going to be labs and any buildings that give adjacency bonuses with labs. And far right's going to be unique buildings that don't get any adjacency bonuses for anything. They can just sit on the end like the billionomates they are and be mopey. Right, I really want to get the refund adjacency bonus that workshops give. And the sooner the better. But because a single workshop in its own doesn't give the refund bonus, I think for now we're going to skip it. Even if engineers themselves do reduce the cost of constructions. What I will go for, however, is laboratories, as research times have been drastically increased for everything, so this should at least help alleviate it. A slight name alteration for Pacino eliminates the anomaly of his abbreviated name. And a quick glance at our rookie roster shows only 3 remaining, not including the 2 in sickbay. So it's probably a good idea we hire some more. Oh, and I forgot to give my 2 new pilots names, to allow them to gain experience through kills. Oh, and one last thing. I still haven't sold the useless junk we got from the UFO crash a couple of missions ago. Here we go, let's put that up on eBay and see who bites. So with that all finally done, let's get back to the mission.
Excavation complete. Contact
Oh crap.
detected.
Long War adds large UFOs early that you're completely unmatched to take down. But neither do I want the council to bitch and moan that I'm ignoring them, so let's go send T-Rex to make contact.
Bangs out.
Oh shit, too much contact, abort! That puts T-Rex out of commission for 11 days. Yeah, you fly around and look smug. Oh awesome, well at least here's something. We can now build scopes in a foundry. Scopes I'm going to get right on, but the foundry's initial projects are a little bit underwhelming, so we'll leave that for now. Long War's completely revamped XCOM's old research tree. As you can see, there are a lot of paths to take. And I'm going to be honest, I don't have a f***ing clue, but I don't want to rush any particular research and fall behind in everything else. I'd rather research 2 minor technologies in the same time that it'd take to research 1 major one, as each minor research is going to unlock more major researches down the line. So let's go with alien materials, as its alloy plating will help me better protect vulnerable soldiers. And it also opens up the enhanced ballistic weaponry project, that allows construction an inventory item that gives increased ballistic weaponry damage. Now we know what Varlan's got on her pad, the Long War tech tree.
This technology has a number of potential applications.
But for now let's take that scope and get back to the mission.
Contact
Now here's something a bit more manageable, so let's see if we can get Wrath another kill. Come on Wrath, you just need 2 hits. No, really? Come on, whenever you're ready.
Contact
Ugh.
lost.
Alright, we'll give the kill to Mango then. There we go, that's more like it. And another new addition in Long War, not all UFOs survive engagements. As can be seen here, the UFO was destroyed, there were no survivors, and the council gives us $100.
Excavation complete.
With the latest excavation complete, let's make some room for that thermal generator. And Argentina wants 8 weapon fragments for $50. Sure, why not? I need the money for the generator anyway. And now Argentina's slightly better prepared to defend themselves. Awesome. Another feature from Long War that I'll go into more detail another time. And it looks like Nigeria caught wind of our Argentinian transaction, and they want a piece of the pie too, so why the hell not? More money for me. Scope's done. Cool, I'll take that on the next mission. An excavation for our thermal generator is complete, but we're still a bit short on cash, so we'll build it later.
Contact
Finally, I've got a good feeling about this one. Let's get Wrath that kill that he whiffed last time. Come on, Wrath. 2 hits. 1.
Contact
And nothing.
lost.
Alright, we'll give this one back to Mango. And he steals the kill on a single hit. Mango new to the job, and he downs 2 UFOs in a week. That's my kind of pilot. Let's deal with some quick rookie promotions for Bale and Reagan, now that he's finally out of sickbay. Reagan gets the grenades for his poor aim. And Bale gets the medkit for his high aim. So who am I going to bring on the mission? Well, as this is a UFO map, and most likely out in the open, I'm finally going to make use of Einstein in his sniper rifle. And he gets a battle scanner and our new scope to complement his skills. Usually I'd give snipers the tac vest, with increased mobility and decreased health, but considering our last mission, first survived with a single hit point, I think I'm going to stick with the tac armor. Mobility is a great luxury, but when it comes to health you can't beat it. Next up is Aniston, our gunner, leading the team as our Lance Corporal, dealing long range suppression negating a single enemy, and sticking with her extended mags and flashbang. And for our last trooper we're going to go Reed as our assault, as nothing beats a shotgun to the face when it comes to outsiders. And again he'll be sticking with his laser sight and AP grenade. And lastly our rookies. Inglesias after his extensive hair reconstruction surgery, with ceramic plating for his low health and an AP grenade. Jane Fonda with a smoke and a HE. And the President of Team America himself, Obama with a flash and a HE. And we're finally ready to go, to strip a UFO and set up a new Taco Bell. In Operation Driving Mother. Who the hell names this guff?
Found UFOs in a densely populated urban area.
Bradley, your intel is way off. That doesn't even look remotely populated. But inaccurate intelligence aside, catch you next time.
User interface error. No input detected. Self-diagnostic complete. Error. 0 damage sustained. Error. Unknown form of communication. Attempting to respond.
X-ray on the move!
Squishy humans bleed so easily.